Well, if you're watching this video, you're in a braai mood.
Light my fire.
Well, so let's light your fire.
Absolutely.
Our fire is lit, and we're doing what South Africans do best. So when we founded Married to Wine, we thought we need to help people match make their wine experiences. So choose the right wine, choose the right ambiance, the right company, the right food. So that's why we are here, and we want to help you realize that and make every dining experience, whether it's around a fire or in front of the pots, or make it memorable and exciting. And September is Heritage Month.
Sure it is.
So South Africans, we're celebrating Chenin Blanc, we're celebrating Pinotage especially. That's something part of our heritage. And when you look at Lavenier as a wine farm,
which is the property that we're going to be talking about right away.
And what I love so much about them is that Lavenier is French owned, with a South African twist of making exceptional Pinotage.
Exceptional without a doubt. Pinotage being the flagship varietal. And I mean, like Summary says, the icon on our website is Light My Fire, one of 8. And this specific wine, we're going to be explaining the wine, we're going to be describing the wine in the glass, and then it's up to you to decide what is the wine. Yes?
Yes, and I've got to just brag a little bit about you. And since Married to Wine was founded, not only is it a go-to source to learn about wine, to up your food and wine experiences, but it's also a place for Georgia and I to share our services and tell people what we can do and see how we can be of an assistance. And during lockdown, when the levels relaxed a little bit, and there was such a big need for people to sit around the table, even if it's a small group of 6 or 8 people, and Georgia's been hosting incredible wine tasting at people's homes. So you can basically eat, just maybe as an icebreaker to start your evening, or to have a whole evening where you discover wines with Giorgio, and as a som, to have a som come invite him to your table and let him do the wine explaining for you and just take you on this journey, whether it's Pinotage or Cabernet Sauvignon or blends or whatever tickles your fancy.
Thank you, Bella.
So do call on us and make an appointment. We can custom make an experience for you. And Georgia will be your man. And if maybe I'll come along if there's wines like this on the table.
Yeah, I'm sure you would love to come along with wines like this. So with regards to the description of this wine, Sam Smith, please take us away.
So in the Lavenier stable,
yes,
they've got Merlot, they've got Pinotage.
Sure.
Needless to say, it's not necessarily Pinotage, but they've got 2 Pinotages as well. They've got the single block, and they've got the Provenance,
the blend,
and they've got a blend. And so it's various different things it can be. But if you can pinpoint what this wine is, then you stand the chance to win this selection, or our collection of wines to celebrate the growing season.
Growing season, indeed.
There's
something that pops up straight away, Sam. If you pick it up, Bella, then straight away.
No, I got rhubarb.
Yeah, absolutely.
You lie.
Absolutely, rhubarb.
When last have you had rhubarb?
Oh, 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. So rhubarb pops up. The hardy-does are just flying by, and then I'm getting a lot of plum, ripe plum. I'm getting a lot of cassis.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of freshly baked cake. And when I say cake, I'm leaning more towards a fruit cake.
Black Forest cake.
A Black Forest, without a doubt. I'm getting and Black Forest. You know the cherries you find in Black Forest. I'm picking up that. I'm getting a lot of violet too. Beautiful, fresh violet.
There's a kind of a bitterness on the palate, which is quite pleasant. It's a little bit of an astringency, which means maybe it's still young, but it grips your palate in all the right places. So, not big tannins.
No, not at all.
But supple, ripe tannin, and you want to put a lamb chop on the fire to complement that.
Sure, and that being said, the lamb chop having the fattiness, who has a lamb chop without the fattiness? The great acidity, the great freshness in the wine was obviously help counterbalance the fattiness in the chop. And what
in the chop?
The fattiness.
Oh, okay.
What did you think I said?
The effectiveness.
No, the fattiness in the chop. You chop. Sam, but that also being said, I also pick up quite a bit of salinity on the palate.
Okay.
Almost that salty, flaky
Yeah.
palate.
I think it's a cultivar that's known for the bright acidity, which makes it such a perfect
Sure.
braai heritage
Sure.
celebration-ish wine.
Hint.
that
Might as well
makes-
tell them what the varietal is.
But what I love about this style of wine, it's not an old-fashioned style. Now you've got
No.
to think the winemaker is Dirk Coetzee, but he was mentored by, we call him fondly François Naudier. Now François is like he's a pinotage. Well, he's a stalwart for pinotage. And I think I'm pushing too much on pinotage. People are going to think it is pinotage. It might be, and it might not be. But together, they've created this medley of wine,
Sure.
of a red wine, with its 1 foot in the old world and 1 foot in the new world. So you've got fruit expression, but you've got that what you were talking about, that salinity,
Sure.
or that defining or giving the wine a bit more of a linear feel.
But Sam Lavinier, based in the heart of the Windens, in the heart of Stellenbosch, from entering those gates right down the path to the actual tasting room, the accommodation. They got the most amazing dam, which I'm still asked if I can go do some bass fishing in it, because I'm sure there's plenty of bass. But the well manicured gardens, the tasting room is so homely. It's not those clinical type tasting rooms. It's really one of those that you want to spend time in. Beautiful property. The wine is exceptional. And to give the last hint, and if this doesn't give the varietal away, then nothing will. This is a wine where both Sumri and I tasted on the panel 10 years ago. And if you've been watching a lot of our videos, you'll know exactly which panel that was. So yeah, exceptional wine.
And very simple. You've got to, go look at all the different icons on our website to see how many you can identify. And then you can go to Facebook, like and share the video, like and go and like Lavinier's page. Get involved in social media, and it's going to run for 2 weeks.
Great.
And then the last week in September we'll reveal the wines behind the cloth, and maybe you've won yourself a bottle of wine for every week of the year.
12
for
bottles of
October,
wine.
November,
Sure.
December, and watch this space for exciting wines and food. That we will share with you from October, November, December, and announce. Christmas is 3 months away. So
Fantastic. So that being said, Lavinia, thank you very, very much for the opportunity. Cheers to you. Cheers to the most amazing wines, beautiful property, and
So this is obviously not rosé, right? So I can eliminate that. But you have to taste Lavinier's rosé. It's
another
one of-
subject,
it's one of
another
my
day.
favorite- One of my favorite wines for
I
summer.
know it is. You're a sucker for that rosé. Cheers. Cheers, everybody.